Good morning, beautiful people. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you to AdamL.com for sponsoring the Dewey Show. Would you like to spice up your sex life? Well, Adam L has you covered. They have sex toys, condoms, lubricants, DVDs, literally thousands of items that will make you and your partner very happy and very satisfied. That sounds great already. That just sounds awesome. But guess what? It gets better because if you go to adaml.com and you use the offer code Dewey at checkout, you will get 50% off of almost any one item as well as free and always discreet shipping. So head on over to adaml.com. That's adaml.com. ADAMMALE.com. The offer code is Dewey that you use at checkout. DEWEY. Thank you to adaml.com for sponsoring the Dewey Show, along with everything else I talk about today. That link and offer code will be in the description of today's episode. So thank you to adaml.com for sponsoring the Dewey Show. I already thanked them, so I'm a thankful guy, I guess. So yeah, you could tell that the crappy quality of my videos because to be honest with you, I really don't know if it's going to matter that I upload my video version of the podcast to YouTube. I don't know if it's going to matter, but we'll see. Hopefully, I'll meet some new cool people. All right, so we need to get into the news. The Ukrainian capital has been hit with cruise or ballistic missiles as Russia attempts to encircle Kiev. Ukrainians in the capital, Kiev, huddled in air raid shelters Friday morning as a battle for the city raged overhead with claims of a Ukrainian fighter jet shot down and troops blowing up a bridge to stop an advance on Russian forces. Before dawn, explosions lit up the sky as Russia targeted the city with missile strikes, according to a Ukrainian government advisor. A CNN team member hearing two large blasts in in central Kiev and a third loud explosion is in the distance, followed by at least three more explosions to the southwest of the city a few hours later. Quote, strikes on Kiev and, excuse me, quote, strikes on Kiev with cruise or ballistic missiles continued, end quote. The advisor to the head of the Ministry of Internal Affairs of Ukraine told reporters via text message Friday. The Ukrainian Defense Ministry said airborne assault troops blew up a bridge over the uh, I gotta have Siri help me out with this. How do I say that? Tederiv, a river at. Geez, I need your help again. Uh, yeah, I'm not good at pronouncing. Okay, river at Ivankiv, about 30 miles or 50 kilometers north of Kiev, successfully preventing a Russian column of force from advancing toward the capital. For now, Ukraine's democratically elected government remains intact, but President Volodymyr Zelensky warned in a video address late Thursday that, quote, enemy sabotage groups, end quote, had entered the city and he is their number one target. All right, so here here is listen, if you're new to the show, which I assume you are because this is YouTube exclusive. If you are supporting Russia right now, I don't know why. I will concede to the fact that, yeah, Vladimir Putin is a smart person. He's very smart. And yes, he is very strategic, but he is a fucking monster. Okay. So if you are an American citizen, do not let the misinformation and actual fake news get you hooked to become uh, someone who stands with Russia on this. Russia is ran by an autocrat, Vladimir Putin. Okay. And I'm not talking about the Russian people. The Russian people, I'm sure, are great folks. I don't think that they want to go to war. I don't know. I don't know any Russian folks. But here's the thing, all right? Uh, Ukraine is a democratic republic, I believe. That's what I think it is. Their president is elected like ours. And Volodymyr Zelensky is the president, and he is Vladimir Putin's target. Why do you think that is? It's because Putin wants to steal that land and take over Ukraine. And, you know, with the whole let's help him thing, or let's not help him. It's not our business. I'm torn in between that somehow because I don't want to be in a country for another 20 years. We just got out of one, right? With Afghanistan, we just got out. I don't want any fucking part of it. Uh in that sense, but in another sense, I've seen pictures of people that have been badly hurt by the actions of Vladimir Putin's orders, and it is hard to unsee. And the fact that Vladimir Putin is he is inviting folks who are cheering him on, which are folks on the right, especially Donald Trump. He's cheering Putin on. This is what happens when misinformation floods a country and we let it happen. We let uh, our country get divided. I don't know how. I do not know how. I do not know how, but we have to just Americans come together. I know that Republicans or the right they do not like the left. Okay, I know that. But we are all Americans. We need to stand by each other and we need to be united in times like this. I understand you don't like President Biden. I understand that. And that's fine. That's your prerogative as a United States citizen. However, um, in a decision like this, we have to stand by our president, whether you like him or not. And I'm telling you this right now. If Donald Trump was the president doing the same exact thing right now that President Biden is doing, to hold Putin accountable, I would 100% say the exact same thing. We need to come together as a country because we're divided already, and this is dividing us more. We cannot let it happen. So if you see a link or a headline or a Facebook post or a meme or whatever the hell, fact check it. Fact check it. All right. But something else I wanted to say. Shit, my note cards fell. Let's see. Once I have it saved here in my phone. I want to hear from uh any folks that want to talk. Okay. So let's see. Ba ba ba. That can't be it. Jesus, where did my note go? I had it here a second ago. So I have a thousand sticky notes right here, and I can't seem to find the one with my number for my voice mailbox. So I want you to call me, and let's see, what's my number? All right, here we go. I want you to call me, and I want you to leave me a voicemail. You can say anything you want. If you're mean, I'm gonna block you. If you threaten me, I'll turn you into the FBI. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've done it before. All right, so call and leave a voicemail at 202-335-8533. All right, go ahead and leave a voicemail there. I'm not going to be able to text you back or call you or anything like that. This number also, it just doesn't receive text. It's exclusively set up to be a voice mailbox. Okay. All right. So before I move on to the next story, I have to remind you folks and ask you once again to please remember to support the sponsor, adaml.com. If you go to adaml.com and you use the offer code Dewey at checkout, you will get 50% off of almost any one item, as well as free and always discreet shipping. That's adaml.com, ADAMMALE.com. The offer code is Dewey at checkout. That's DEWEY at checkout. Thank you once again to adaml.com for sponsoring the Dewey Show, along with everything else I talk about today. That link and offer code for adaml.com will be in the description of today's episode. All right, so NPR.org is reporting that Republicans are condemning Putin for the invasion of Ukraine and criticizing Biden. Seems pretty typical, right? Republicans have largely condemned Russian President Vladimir Putin in the wake of his invasion of Ukraine, and many have also criticized President Biden's response. President Biden's responding sanctions as insufficient. However, the Republican Party has not reached a full consensus on the Kremlin's actions, with former President Donald Trump remaining an outlier in the party he ostensibly leads. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell attacked Biden on Thursday, telling reporters that the deadly U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan last year had been, quote, an invitation to the autocrats of the world that maybe this was a good time to make a move, end quote. An array of Republicans, including McConnell, also criticized the sanctions Biden has announced in response to Russia's aggression as too little, too late. All right, you got the news there, and I'm going to give you my opinion on that. What he said about Afghanistan. Mitchell, if that's your name, I would like to know what you would do better for the United States. I need to know what you would do. How okay, this is a serious topic. I have to be kind. What would you have done different, Mitch, Senator McConnell, Leader McConnell? what would you have done different with the withdrawal from Afghanistan? I hate the fact that we lost 13 veterans that day. I hate it. It's so sad to me. But I'm telling you, we have to stand by the president, whether we like him as a person or not. Okay. Now, look, Joe Biden is not necessarily my first choice to be president of the United States. I took a test online to see which candidate best fit my personal like how I felt on issues, like very strong, neutral, nothing, like extreme nothing. I don't know. So it was something like that. And I wound up getting Vice President Harris in 2020. So this is before she was VP, right? Um, yeah, President Biden was not my first pick, but I voted for him in the general election because uh, not because I'm in love with Joe Biden, not because I, to be 100% honest with you, it was to get Trump out of the Oval Office. He was destroying our country, so that's my opinion on that. All right, anything that you want to know about the Dewey Show, you can find at deweyshow.com. That is DEWEYSHOW.com. I've got so many links up there, folks. So like anything's up there for you if you want. Yeah, so I don't know. We have, as a country, we just have to come together. Okay, we have to love each other, and despite our differences, we can have disagreements and be civil and kind to each other. All right. Uh, listen, I want to say one more thing before I go, and I want you to listen. Just please hear me out. You matter. Okay. You are making your presence here on earth is making earth a better place. Okay. So if there's no one there to tell you that they love you, I'll tell you that I love you. Okay. Uh, love is everything.